Hi guys, I know it has been like sorry, I'm coughing because I'm about to apologize. It's been about 3 months since I've posted anything, and I'm just really sorry. But basically this vlog is about life as a working mother, because that's what's happened. So I'm currently in London at the moment, and I came over to do a play, The Secret Lives of Baba Segi's Wives. I was on at the Alcola. So I had rehearsals for 3 weeks, and the show was on for 7 weeks. So 10 weeks in total, and I came in 2 weeks early so that my son could settle in and all of that. And first of all, I want to say to everyone who came to watch, thank you so much. To everyone that supported us. It was just an absolutely amazing show. It actually just finished last week. I'm still recovering. I'm still tired. It's like almost 10. I just went out to actually got my headshots done, and I've just come back, and I'm really tired. But I thought to myself, if I don't start this process this week, I would take another month off doing this. So yeah. So basically today, so yeah, thank you to everyone that came, supported us. The people that couldn't get tickets, I'm sorry. I was getting so many DMs saying, I need to get a ticket, I need to get a ticket. Hopefully it'll be on again sometime soon. And yeah, basically it was an amazing, thrilling ride, and it was amazing for me to get back to work that way. So like I mentioned, I wanted to talk about life as a working mother. So when I was still in Lagos, I had a few gigs here and there, so that was fine. And in Lagos, I'm very fortunate that I have a full-time nanny that lives in. So just going like for half a day to go and do some work was fine. Welcome to London life. Hey, London life and motherhood. Wow, you guys try. You guys try, because for real, what did not happen? Okay, so where do I start? Yeah, so first of all, it was for me to find the right childcare. Now, the different options, I know some people, I'm not sure over here how early you can put a child in nursery, but anyway, that's different. I mean, I didn't do that. So I got a nanny here so that I could go to work, because I was working absolutely ridiculous hours. I mean, the first couple of weeks I was working 10 to 6, which was fine, but so I always made sure I made it in time for his bedtime, which is 7 to 7:30. But after that, when we had tech week, which is where you're doing lights and staging and all of that, my work schedule was 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So I had to organize childcare over here. Number one, it's stupidly expensive. Number two, I found someone, I went through an agency, you know, at least a place where they'd be accountable, the person would be accountable. I found someone like 2 months in advance, you know, because I like to plan ahead. And then 2 days before she was about to start, she wasn't able to do it. It was no fault of hers. So I had to find someone last minute. There was that. Then, and also I worked Saturday, so I was working Monday to Saturday. So on Saturday I had to I had my Monday to Friday nanny now couldn't do Saturdays, so I had to get a Saturday nanny. Okay, so this is second nanny. Then the Saturday nanny, who has a Monday to Friday job because she works with another family, realized that the Saturday was taking a toll on her because she only had Sunday free. Okay, so I now had to get a third nanny. I got a third nanny. Are you keeping up? Yeah, that one didn't even start. She didn't even get to this house. She found another job, no problem. Then got fourth nanny, and it just so, as luck would have it, fourth nanny is like Mary Poppins. She's absolutely amazing. She did some nights when I wasn't able, when I was working really late, and she did Saturdays, and she was just absolutely brilliant. So my nanny journey was just one thing. So it's basically like going through 4 different people at some point, which was not fun, especially when you're stressed and you're worried about who's going to take care of your child. And not just that, when you haven't met the person, you don't have time for them to come and spend a few days with you to see how what your routine is with your child, or what your child's routine is. It's just they come and you're basically giving them the lowdown before you have to go to work. So that was also a little bit scary, is not the word. I just felt like the majority of the 10 weeks I was working, sorry, it's like the hottest day of the year. It's like 35 degrees. Anyway, I just felt like I wasn't at peace a lot of the time. So when I was at work, I was constantly thinking about home, and I was constantly calling and making sure he was okay, which, you know, I would have done anyway, but I just felt like I wasn't at peace. Okay, so there's that. So that's the whole nanny issue. Then there's the guilt issue. So the guilt, I had the guilt before I even started work. I just thought, oh no, I feel really bad. I'm abandoning my son. Even though it's like basically I was like a stay-at-home mom for basically like 8 months, you know, but I just felt like, you know, you spend so much time with your child and then you want to get back to yourself, you know, and part of yourself, apart from being a mother, is the fact that I love my job and I love acting and I love my work. So it was trying to get back in the game, get back into the swing of things, and having an amazing opportunity to do this play, to do this show. And guys, I'm so sorry, this whole sweating, like my nose, honey. Anyway, yeah, so just getting back into the swing of things. But I did feel a lot of guilt, like especially when I was at work and like rushing home and then seeing him for half an hour before he'd go to bed, and I just felt really, really bad. But the guilt got worse when he got sick. Lord. So he developed like a virus, and then he had diarrhea and vomiting. And I know that as children get older, they get all things under the sun, and it's to help build their immune system. But of course, when that's happening, you start to think, well, when I was around the entire time, he never got sick. So it's because I'm not here, or they're not watching him. They're not watching him the way I would watch him. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I always think nobody's going to take care of your child better than you are. But it is impossible. Well, I mean, it's not impossible. It's a choice. I've made a choice to go back to work. And yeah, so I had that guilt that it's my fault that, you know, he's sick because I'm not there. If I was there, he wouldn't be sick. I would watch him closely. But the truth is, he's crawling on the floor because he's at that age. And, you know, it's crawling on the floor, sticking his hand in his mouth, you know. But when I'm here, when I'm around, I'm really anal. But it's part of the cycle of life and of growing up and growing pains. And he's also teething and just all sorts. So he was sick 1 week, recovered. 2 weeks later, he was ill again, and I was literally beside myself. I mean, honestly speaking, there was a 4-week period. So I mentioned that I worked Monday to Saturday. There was a 4-week period where it seemed to happen over the weekend. Every Sunday, I was either going to the doctor because I was really scared, or I was doing something else on a Sunday, like working, or I had some sort of extra gig that I was doing. That basically, there was a 4-week period where I had no break. And let me tell you, it does take a toll. There's a point where I was just sitting in the house like a zombie, staring into space, just thinking, what is this all for? Is it worth it? You know, if I'd known that it was going to be this stressful, would I have embarked on this journey? And I'll tell you something that is really, really interesting. My husband is staring at me through the door. Do you want to come say hi? Come say hi to the camera. He's there. Show your face now.
They have to pay for my face.
I beg. Yeah. And what I find really fascinating is that when I was in Nigeria, even when my son was 3 months old, the question was, so what are you up to next? Like, when are you getting back to work? And I remember thinking, there's all this pressure. Like, hello, I just had a baby 3 months ago. Why is there all this pressure? Why is everyone asking me? Oh my God, should I be back at work? Am I being lazy? Oh, but I don't understand. I still have like pains in my stomach from C-section. My stomach I still look like I'm 6 months pregnant. I don't understand. And everyone's asking me when I should get back to work. That's how I felt. Whereas over here, a lot of people don't go to work till your child is 1. So when I was telling people, oh, you know, I'm doing this job, and they're like, oh, how old's your son? And I was like, oh, well, he's 8.5, 9 months. That's when I started the job. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, and you're back at work already? So it's so interesting in different places, different countries. I don't even know what is maternity, because someone tell me what the maternity leave is in Nigeria, because I hear for some people it's like 2 months, 3 months, and you're back at work. Over here, correct me if I'm wrong, you get 6 months paid and 6 months that's not paid. Well, it's longer than Nigeria, that is for sure. So I did find that a lot of people here were like, oh my gosh, you're going back to work already. And a lot of people even extend their maternity leave because, I mean, I can understand it. Your body needs a rest. You need time. And also it depends on your job. If you have a high powered job and you feel like if you don't go back to work, you know, you might not have a job to go to. It is what it is. So anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. But yeah, it was just very interesting to see the differences with, you know, on one hand, I was thinking, oh no, I did get back to work. On another hand, thinking, have I started too early? But I think I started at what was the right time for me. So basically what I've learned throughout this whole getting back to work and working mother thing is that not to be too hard on yourself. I mean, like I overcompensated at weekends, or I mean, Saturday was a half day sometimes. And on Sundays, I would just literally coddle him like no man's business. And things did get better because once the show started, my days were free. So it was just nighttime that I didn't see him. Like, you know, I wasn't able to put him to bed and all of that. And bearing in mind, my son still gets up at 5 a.m. So I get home like 11 p.m. Anyway, whatever. It's been a tiring experience, but I've enjoyed every single minute of it, even though it was extremely tiring. I've learned a lot about myself. I have found a new lease of life, a new zest for life. And I think what I've learned is, for me, it's like when you're trying to have it all, and I do believe that you can, all at the same time. I think it's about prioritizing. I feel like I had a 10-week period of work and I focused on work, and I tried as best as I could in that 10 weeks to make my child a priority, which I did. I mean, when he was sick, I left work and I came home, you know. It wasn't like I was like, oh no, you know, whatever. But maybe I wasn't as 100% my mind is on my child as I was when I was just at home and I was able to take care of him 24/7. But now the 10-week period is over. That is the great thing about my job, is that I'm freelance. So, you know, my work lasts 2 months, then it stops. Then it lasts it can be another 3 weeks or something, then it stops. Is that now I have this free time to spend all the time in the world with my son. I took him swimming for the first time last week, and he was a bit scared at first, but he loved it towards the end. And yeah, it's about not being too hard on yourself, and also getting back to or finding yourself again. I don't want to say getting back to the old you, because to me, I don't think I can go back to the old me. I think it's like there's the old me and the new me, and there's a mixture of both, you know. I don't know if anyone out there who's had kids knows what I'm saying, but you know, I have this thing over here called the Snapback Chronicles, and thank you to all the ladies that showed up, and I'm hoping to have another one soon. And it is about snapping back. And snapping back is not just about, getting your body back, which, oh gosh, I'm going to do another vlog on. But it's about your mind and getting back to work and doing all of that. And I have to say, I didn't realize it would be so difficult, but I'm so happy that I did do it. And I don't think there's ever a right time, really. I don't think you can prepare yourself. I think you just do it. And it's just like when you get pregnant for the first time and you're like, what is going on? You just do it and you roll with the punches. So this is basically part of my journey of snapping back. All right, guys, thank you so much. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm sorry I've been away for so long. I won't be away that long again. I'll try my best to keep you guys updated with what I'm doing. And I will speak to you very soon. Send me all your questions. And I love you all. Bye. God bless.